Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, classmate. This is my report. The topic is Violence Against Women and Their Children Act or Republic Act number 9262. Lesson objectives. This module discusses the important provision of the Violence Against Women and Their Children or Vawc Act or RA 9262. This module also discusses important cases involving the said law. Number 1. Discuss the importance of Vawc Act or RA 9262. Number 2. Understand the details of its commissions. And number 3. Comprehend actual cases involving this said law. Definition of terms. Protection orders or orders issued by the barangay or the courts distancing the perpetrator from the victim and vice versa for reasons provided for by the law. Public crime. Nature of the crime wherein it is considered to be an affront to the society, allowing anyone who has personal knowledge to file the case for Vawc. Introduction. The Republic Act 9262 or the Anti-Violence Against Women and Their Children Anti-Vawc Act of the 2004. It is the result of the strong advocacies on women's human rights in the country. This law was deemed to be a significant victory for all Filipino women as it was based on the right of the woman not to suffer abuse, discrimination, and violence in their respective relationship. So binuo tong batas na to dahil marami na pong nagkakaso about sa mga pang-abuso ng mga kababaihan at hindi lamang sa mga kababaihan kundi sa mga minor de edad na mga bata. Important feature of the law include: Number 1. 4 kinds of violence against women and children are defined. The law defined 4 kinds of violence: physical, psychological, sexual, and economic in its effort to encompass all types of abuses inflicted to women and their children. Number 2. Vawc is a public crime. The crime is perpetrated not only against a single individual but against the entire society. Thus, anyone who has personal knowledge of the abuse, violence, and discrimination can file a complaint. Number 3. Protection orders can be issued against the perpetrator. Upon filing the case, the victim survived or anyone who has personal knowledge can apply for a protection order to distance between her and perpetrator. And number 4. Stronger community mechanism to respond to cases. Various government agencies are mandated to apply, respond, or formulate mechanism to respond to the reported cases of Vawc immediately. So this is the protection order. A protection order under the anti-Vawc law is defined as an order issued for the purpose preventing further acts of violence against woman and her child, specified in section of this act, and granting other necessary relief. The relief granted under the protection order should serve the purpose of safeguarding the victim, minimizing any disruption in the victim's daily life, and facilitating opportunity and ability of the victim to independently gain control of her life. Rights of victim survivors of Vawc cases. RA 9262 specify the following of rights of the victim survivors. Section 35. Rights of victim in addition to their rights under existing law. Victims of violence against women and their children shall have following rights. Letter A. To be treated with a respect and dignity. Letter B. To avail the legal assistance from the Public Attorney's Office and the Department of Justice or any public legal assistance office. Letter C. To be entitled the support services from the DSWD and the LGUs or local government units. Letter D. To be entitled to all legal remedies and support as provided for under the Family Code. And letter E. To be informed that their right apply for a protection order. Duties of National Local Government Office, Section 39 of RA 9262 provides for the creation of the Interagency Council of Violence Against Women and Their Children, or AAC, Vawc, which shall formulate gender-sensitive programs and projects according to their respective agency mandates, including capability building programs for their employees. The AAC Vawc consists the following agencies like the SWD, National Commission on Role and of the Filipino Woman, Civil Service Commission on Human Rights, Council for the Welfare of Children, Department of Justice, Department of Interior and Local Government, Philippine National Police, Department of Health, Department of Education, Department of Labor and Employment, and National Bureau of Investigation. The implementing rules and regulation of the Anti-Vawc Act state the following duties and responsibility of LGUs or the barangay in addressing Vawc cases apart from the issuance of the Barangay Protection Order. Summary. The Vawc Act is a landmark legislation championing the cause of women. This specific law pertains to specific violation captured as 4 acts of violence defined in the law also. Vawc was considered to be a public crime allowing this person to file the complaint not only in the victim, the vice versa for several purposes as provided for that therein. Importantly, government units are mandated to provide specific and immediate mechanism to respond appropriately these Vawc cases.